Because we were up to date.
Okay, thank y'all for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go over a couple of things. The RTI online form. So by now, you should have an online form for your students if they're an RTI. And we're gonna go over the data collection form. The RTI forms that I sent are only for RTI 2 and RTI 3, and in first grade case, it's for the dyslexia screener students that were screened last year, and we're going to be doing an 8-week intervention on them, but we'll talk about that in just a second. Alrighty, so everybody has seen the form. This line here, that it's in yellow, that's just an example. You don't have to, you can, delete that, you can erase that. That's just an example. You don't have to do it exactly the way it is here. Oh, I forgot it's touch screen. Okay. Please make sure that you look at the tier. Is it a 2? Is it a 3? Because that does make a difference when we are going to talk about the minutes. All right, so we have tier 1, which are called watch in our district this year. Tier 1 means all the students that you are teaching. It means it's whole group teaching. Oh, come on, it's that sensitive?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's annoying.
Ms. Myra, are we saving questions for the end, or are we interjecting as
You
we
can
go?
interject.
Because I have 3 that are showing as pardon me. Yes, I have 3 that are showing as RTI, and I have 1 of those forms from you. So should we send you an email on those other 2?
We'll look at it together.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm gonna pass some folders,
Okay.
some real folders out that we're gonna look at together.
And then the second,
Go
I
ahead.
have 2 that should be, 1 that should already be in speech, that I haven't heard anything. Not that one that I've referred,
Okay.
not a new speech, but an old speech.
An old speech. Okay, on that one, we'll probably have to write down, and then I'll check on
Thank you.
on
Sorry.
that. But
Okay.
we'll do that.
I'm sorry,
Um,
you said the form, you shared it with us?
Yes,
When?
last week.
And what's it called?
RTI monitoring form.
But only if you have a student.
Yeah.
Silva.
We'll go over.
I should have a student, that's fine.
Okay. We'll go over the folders in just a second, and then if there is somebody that I did not send a form to, we will do that right now, like when we do the folders. Something that is important is the time. So for tier 2 students, it's 20 to 30 minutes 3 times a week. For tier 3 students, it's 30 to 45 minutes 4 times a week. The only exception is our dyslexia screener students. They are RTI 2, but they're going to receive 4 times a week tier 3 interventions. Okay?
Full out, right? Or-
Yes.
No, thank you.
And let's go to the next one.
That's not in lieu of our intervention.
No. So that's, and now that you brought that up, those dyslexia students are going to be receiving that 8-week reading program, but you do not have to do a progress monitoring form on those
that.
students.
Just us.
Okay? And I'll show you how that's going to look in just a second. Alrighty, so for the RTI 2 students, by the end of the 8-9 weeks period, by the end of the 9 weeks, we should have 24 sessions, and the RTI 3 students should have 40 sections. If we have an RTI 3 student, okay, these 40 sessions, they are still being monitored by me and by you. So we should, when we come together for the care team meeting, you should have 40 sessions and I should have 40 sessions.
But who's doing, I'm sorry, I just missed that, but who's doing the paperwork? That's,
We're both are. For tier 3,
so we'll both have
Yes.
paperwork on them.
So
Yes.
essentially, they should have 80 sessions.
yes.
So when they go from tier 2 to tier 3, are we going to meet and then discuss what we're gonna be intervening on? So we both are not doing opposite things?
Yes. That should be discussed in the care team.
Okay.
The thing that they want is for, just because they're being pulled out doesn't mean that you just, okay, well, he's being pulled out during bear time. I don't have to see him, do interventions. No, you still kind of have to, you still have to see them during
Other
small
than-
group time.
Yeah.
Your reading time. Okay?
No, it's not an addition, it's not like the tier 2s. The tier 3s, I'm gonna see them in my reading group
Yes.
that I see on rotation.
Yes, but you have to do the progress monitoring.
Okay.
But we would have to talk about that because like guided reading is covering like 10 different topics. So we'd want to
Yeah, they're gonna be in 2 different guided reading groups.
Well, not really. You would monitor that group, and then I'm supposed to be seeing the group, like I'm supposed to see them for the specific skill, and you're supposed to see them in their group.
The group probably
Okay.
is based on their, it
Yes.
depends on the reading.
So, like,
anyway, so
If
we
they're
work on
in
those
the
specific
group
groups.
that's a DRA level 8, that's your group, where you're doing fluency and it's DRA level 8. That's your group. I'm seeing them for a specific skill.
Like phonemic awareness.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So that, what you're doing with that group, that's the progress monitoring.
Okay,
That,
that makes more sense.
that makes more sense?
So with the tier 2 students, though,
Uh-huh.
you're doing like more like individualized
One
with
specific
one
thing.
specific skill, or are you just monitoring their group?
Specific skill.
Okay, that's what because you're doing the specific skill for the plot, we're just kind of monitoring their reading group.
Yes.
But with tier 2, our progress monitoring is gonna be a specific skill.
Yes.
And then we'll still do their reading group,
Yes.
but we won't have to
Because
monitor that.
Your progress monitoring that you're doing for RTI 2 should be during bear time.
Correct. But my progress monitoring for my tier 3 student will be during reading group time.
Yes.
Gotcha. That's a little.
Their regular reading group.
Okay.
Okay. We got it? Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so please make sure that their grades match their level. So if they're at a DRA 6 and they're passing everything,
But it's a S or N, so.
oh, this is first grade. We're still S and
Just
N.
make sure that
Okay.
it's not like E.
It's,
not
yes,
independent.
yes. Please make sure it's not an E. Okay,
There's gonna be a lot of N's.
it has to match.
You'll know that, yeah.
Okay, and that goes as well for reading, math, and behavior. Okay, so yes.
I'll ask you specifically later.
So for behavior, don't send a report card E if they did not earn the E. Okay? Once we start compiling either for a watch student, RTI 2 student, once we start getting our data, our data for the care team meeting, please make sure that the work samples that you bring is independent work. Okay, that's very, very important. And it'd be nice if you can bring a sample from their independent work and a sample from another student's work to show where they're supposed to, what they're supposed to be doing, how they're supposed to look, and then it could be a copy And we'll,
White out.
white out or X out the student's name. We just want something to compare. So in care team meeting, we're saying, well, it should look like this, but this is how, low they are or, okay?
How are we gonna progress monitor each year?
What do you mean?
What would we fill out on their progress monitoring behavior form?
That, it has to be, for behavior, it's gonna be individualized.
Okay.
For behavior, it's gonna look a little different, okay? It still needs to be in the progress monitoring form though.
Correct, and it's still.
But the daily monitoring, okay, that's gonna be more of like maybe a weekly summary that we'll write on the official RTI progress monitoring form. But the actual progress of like, are we gonna do daily, or is it gonna be dojo? Is it gonna be a chart? Is it gonna be a chart that the students fill out? Is it gonna be a chart that you fill out?
Done.
Is it a chart that you want parent signature, daily, weekly? That we'll have to customize it, you and me together.
Okay.
But the actual progress monitoring
Will
form,
be a weekly thing.
it still has to be on here,
Gotcha, but it'll just be one per week,
okay?
is what you're saying? like a
Yes,
summary
we
for
can
the week.
do the summary for the week.
Okay.
Yeah. And on the side here, it got cut off, but on the side it has notes. We can do notes there, or we can just do the notes here for behavior. Resources is something that is also, the district wants to do a little different this year. The resources that the district wants us to use need to be TEKS based. So not just, okay, I found this great packet in Teachers Pay Teachers. Please make sure it matches the TEKS. And please make sure it matches the goal that we want for the student, okay? All right, so our dyslexia screener students. So, they were put automatically in RTI 2, okay?
Oh.
Yes, they're automatically RTI 2, but I'm gonna be pulling them out, okay? And I'm gonna be doing the 8-week intervention with them, and I'm going to be doing the progress monitoring. You're not gonna be doing the progress monitoring unless you want to. I'm gonna repeat that. You don't have to do the progress monitoring form on the dyslexia screener students unless you want to, because after the 8 weeks, we're gonna get together, we're gonna have a care team meeting, and then we're gonna see, yes, this student needs more help. Nope, this student met all his goals. If he met all his goals, he's gonna be removed from RTI 2. If the student did not reach his goals, then we will start the tiers on him and probably testing for dyslexia.
I feel like we're missing something.
I'm waiting to see if anybody.
I feel like there's a.
But as far as this is the actual email that I got, because that's what I asked. I said, are the teachers going to be doing the progress monitoring for those RTI 2 students? It is not required.
Well, the missing part would be if they don't qualify for dyslexia but still aren't getting it, then there's something else wrong, so then you would have to start something.
We will start tier 2.
Teacher tier 2.
Teacher tier 2. And we will start dyslexia testing. Everybody got that?
Still feel like we're missing something.
Okay. Well, let me know.
Yeah.
Oops. No? All right, behavior, tier 2, tier 3. Like I said before, it needs to be customized. So we would sit together, you and me, and we would come up with a plan before the care team meeting as how you want progress monitoring to look for the student. The reason that we're doing it like this is because first grade is gonna look different from fifth grade. Fifth grade already told me, we're doing dojo, the students sign, the parents sign, they have the goals, and you know, they're gonna meet with them when they print out the sheet. So dojo might not work for first grade, or dojo might be what you want for first grade. So for behavior, please tell me when you wanna meet, and then we will sit down and we will customize a behavior plan for your students. Okay? Watch students. If there is a student that getting, you know, you start seeing, oh no, it's not looking good. This student should be in RTI. Send me an email so I can share the form with you, and we can start collecting notes. We can start gathering data. So by the report card, they will be on the list for they will be on the list for a care team.
And I'm sorry, I know it says it, how long is the watch on the tier 1 before we do that?
It is, I don't want to give you the wrong information. 90 minutes a day.
Oh, no, but how long before
Oh,
we?
behavior.
Oh, right before report cards. So 7-8 weeks.
7-8 weeks on the watch.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do care team meetings the 8th week,
Even though
the week right before report cards.
Even though we're starting fourth week, because like nobody started.
Because you'll still have 4 weeks of data.
Okay.
So that's
just-
enough, like if we start writing stuff down.
Mhm.
today,
If we start this week,
Start this.
they're failing, yes. And you know, report card is going to say,
We did start collecting data, so we should make it.
Let's just say for us, since they're not gonna be failing, their DRA is coming, they're supposed to be a 4 and they're coming in at a 1.
yes,
So then that would be already to put them on a watch list. And
Yes.
now we have this time, and up until that 8th week, if we don't see improvement with us intervening, then that would be a time to meet with them.
yes.
Okay.
So the grades, you know, it can't be an E. We need to start seeing,
As a grade level, can we say, and I don't know if you guys want to say this right now, but can we say if anything, a 2 and under, can we say that that's a problem?
A 2 and under?
Anything
I'm saying a
below
4 and under.
Okay,
is-
well, I just want to make sure.
I'm gonna up your
I
ante.
agree, but so far I've been like highballing it always, and I know
So that's
everybody's
their
been saying,
academic
no,
language or their
It's technically
primary
where they're
language?
supposed to be.
I agree, so should we go 4 and under?
which, should we do
I would
both,
say-
or
We lose 1, so 3.
their first language?
Sure, 2 and under.
And
First
if-
language.
On their first
You should be
language.
worried.
On their first
They're
language?
expected to be below on their second language. Whatever language they're dominant.
Yes.
Know when they were
not
enrolled, if they were enrolled lab, but they're stronger in English and they're reading in a 4 in their own level. you know.
Okay, so if I wanna double check, I can go into each one's profile to double check their primary language though.
No,
it's what they're dominant.
whatever they're
Well, I know.
dominant, but I trained you, and
No,
remember the last
Yeah.
PLC, I gave you that one, if they have a male, what they put on the,
Then
Yeah,
the
but
Spanish
that's
is their
it.
primary language.
but that's the legal language they used when they were enrolled, that doesn't mean that they're stronger in Spanish.
That's right.
See, that's what it is.
That's what I'm saying, if there's somebody who's putting that they're Spanish
Yeah.
and they wind up reading higher in English than in Spanish, are they?
They're dominant in English. But because they're behind in Spanish, that doesn't mean they need to go to RTI.
That's right.
That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
well, that's why I wanna make sure that,
Yes.
that we just gotta kind of flag which ones, okay, which language we're gonna check.
Yes, that's why in your data spreadsheet, you have both. VRA and EDL, so you can see both languages. Because it may be an A in Spanish, but there may be a 6 in English, so you can know where you,
Okay.
you can see them.
Oh,
So what are we saying?
now, let me do, let
Three
me.
and under?
Does that give you the books? That's all I wanna know.
Yes, it should be. All right, let me say something about, the upcoming report card. If you feel that you need to give the student more time, we can put the student in a watch and then still monitor, because you said, okay, well, we're already in the 4th week. Are we gonna start progress monitoring now for those that you wanna already start looking into RTI 2? If you feel he's just starting slow and you want to give him 2 more weeks, that's fine. But I'm saying, if there's a student that you believe that starting the new report card, that student should be in RTI 2, yes, we will take the 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks of data and their DRA and their low DRA and their report card grades that should reflect that they're low. And we will start RTI 2 for the next 9 weeks. If you feel I should give this student 2 more weeks, he's just starting slow, but you want to bring him to care team and we want to talk about him and we will continue 2 more weeks of watch, we can do that. So it's up to you. Okay?
And care team is during,
But I wouldn't wait to the next report card though.
is it during conference or after school?
During conference. During conference, before school, if you have to, just let me know in advance that it is after school so I can make arrangements for my son. But you just need to let me know. But I am available after school too. All right, so resources. I'm sharing my A to Z. That's my username. Please make sure bingo is capitalized. It has the books and, you can print them out. We're also gonna go through Easy CBM. That's a great fluency tracker that you can also use, and Easy CBM is free. If you go to the next, I don't have to go over there. The next page, we also have some more resources that, in your spare time, you want to look through these. They have really good resources. This one here, the Targeted Classroom Intervention for RTI, it actually gives you lessons, targeted lessons that if you get stuck and you're like, I'm out of ideas. I'm out of ideas of how to reteach this or it's a great tool for you to have. Intervention lessons for teachers on Tier 2. That's also a good website. It takes you to Tier 2 and Tier 3, and the interventions are different. Okay? So I want to give you time to look through the folders. Oh, and I'm going to pass this out in just a second. And we also did this one here goes with Easy CBM that I'm going to pass out to you. We and I'll show you the tracker in just a second. There's some copies already made for you if you want them. The problem with Easy CBM is that they don't have Spanish, but they said that starting in November, they should have Spanish also for their tracking. So what it looks like is you go here where it says, well, first you create a list of your students, okay, that you want to track. Then you go to measures and you have kinder, first, second, all the way to 8th grade. So for first grade, you have first grade reading, you have first grade math. So if you want to start off with letter names, letter sounds, phoneme segmenting, word reading fluency. So let's do word reading fluency. So here's the student chart that they will read, okay? And here's your copy that you're going to read from, and you are going to mark what they got wrong, how many of these words did they read in 60 seconds. Now, if they're not at this level, you don't have to start at this level. If they're at the level of just letter recognition, you go all the way up to letter recognition. Then here it says enter scores. Once you have your students in there that you want to progress monitor, it'll show you this form here, and you can say, okay, that one was incorrect, that one was incorrect, that one's incorrect, and their last word was across. Okay, so then this puts it automatically to the student that you are tracking, and then it goes into a summary report. No. Come on. So the summary report. Where is my report?
I don't think you pushed save.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at the bottom, when you had clicked which ones were wrong, and you clicked the last word was across, there was a spot where you could click save at the bottom.
No, that's not it.
No.
Where is my report?
I was lost in
I had it last time.
Yeah, I was like, maybe push save.
Okay. So the report that I didn't save it, did I? No. I'll have to do it again.
Did you send us a list, or did you just send us that progress monitoring form and that's the student? Because I didn't, that's what I saw. There wasn't like a list of these kids are RTI. I just saw.
No, I just sent the form.
And that's it. So if it's that student, that's.
Yes.
And so you didn't send us one if they were on that dyslexia screen?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so I will pull up the report in just a second. I don't want to hold you up on it, but I'll put it while I pass these out. So here are some that are already copied. Miss Cardenas, actually.
It's okay.
Siva, Miss Young, Miss Mauser. Ooh, somebody put MRS there. Miss
Somebody put MRS on a cup.
I'm very too.
On a cup I got. They're upgrade me.
Okay, so some of these are already copied, and then we also included some ideas. You don't have to use these. These are coming from the RTI department that they thought this would be helpful for you. So you can look at them. Please make sure that when you are going through these here, they also have really good lessons already ready for you to go for your interventions. Okay? And right now I'm going to pass out the actual RTI folders of the students, and those I'm going to sit down with the people like you said that you have an RTI student, but I didn't send you a form. I'm wondering if I sent it to the wrong.
It's Melissa.
But she just said she's the dyslexic screener, so you didn't get that one. Because she's gonna take care of that.
So I'll sit with you and we'll go over.
Okay.
All right, if they are, the first page in your folder that you're gonna get is the page where it has the parent where the parents have to sign that yes, they understand. I put my phone number here so they can call me. And if they don't understand, well, like, why are they in RTI? If they have any questions, I put my phone number on here so they can contact me. I try to put everybody's email, but just in case I didn't, we did include the teacher's email. You can refer them back to me if you want me to talk to them. So this form here, please, if you want to wait for Thursday, because it's safer, on Thursday's folder to send this form, send it on Thursday, but I will be hunting you down. If they lose it, just let me know and we will get you another form.
And one more quick question, speech, do we go through you?
Yes. I need to add that into mine. I think, yes, you would go through me for speech.
If we have one that we think
Or that we know.
So we can
Might
start
not
getting
have-
things to start listening and.
We can start putting them on the watch.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, this year they said that it's a good idea to always include like the speech therapist and, once you start collecting and telling me, well, I see this,
Last year, the speech teacher gave us, so for example, if a student was saying a G instead of C, she gave us a packet that she has, and it's a long one, so it takes about 4 weeks to do. So you could sit there and have the student come up and start saying the words and modeling them to, and you can kind of check it out. If she had
I can
something like
ask her.
That would be really
I can ask
helpful.
her. So far, what they told us is that we would be communicating with them, whatever information you're giving me, I would go and communicate it with them, and then they would tell me, okay, yeah.
Okay, so
I would be like the liaison.
Oh, that's
but I will ask her if there's something like that. But if you see something in that, we don't have to wait for report cards. Okay, you just let me know. I'll share the progress monitoring form with you, and we put them on the watch. And then you give me the name. What's the problem? What are the what seems
What I saw.
what you and then I go to the speech therapist. Okay.
But I thought it was about to write.
So for the watch kids, do you want, like I'm sending you an email, do you want the specific names of the kids that I have on my radar so far? Or just say, I have some kids, can I have a log?
I will. You can send me the name. Just make sure it's just the first initial, last name, and then I'll share the form with you.